Hi and welcome to the Crafts channel in association with Craft Beautiful magazine. My name's Corinne and I'm here today to show you the free gift that comes on your September issue of the magazine that's out on sale the 22nd of July. It's a great two-part die set. They're ultra thin dies that you can use in most machines, and we've got the detailed birdhouse and also the detailed bird with a lovely pattern on it. It's almost like an embroidery pattern, like a sort of folky design. So I'm just going to show you how to make a cute little card like this, which is very simple. I won't show you die cutting because most of you know that you put your die between two pieces of perspex and run it through the machine. But we'll start with an A5 card blank, and what I have here is a layered decorative panel. And for those of you that are like me and like to cheat, to save the pink card, I've actually cut an aperture out of it, so I've got another rectangle of pink card to use for later if I want to die cut a shape from it. So just quickly glue this and pop it in the centre of your blank. And I tend to use a dry glue stick because it does give you a certain amount of time just to move things into position, so you've got an equal border all the way around. And then on this card, as you can see, we have strips going down and across. I'm going to use this strip to go across, and I'm going to use this strip to go down. But as you can see, it's quite short because I like to save card, and I use all the scraps of card up from my, any projects that I've done in the past. I never throw anything away. And it's really easy because what you can do is you can just disguise the fact that you've cut part of the middle of this from a short piece of card. If you just pop that there like that, and then add your patterned paper. And I'm just going to do this way round. No, I'm going to do it this way round. It's upside down to you at the minute, but it makes perfect sense to me. And lay this across to form your decorative band. If you've got some proprietary, what they call nesting dies in circles and scallop circles, cut yourself a background of a circle, and we'll just position this more or less. And I've used textured card on this. If you use textured card, you may not be as finicky as me, but I always like to make sure that the grain of the texture is actually running parallel to the edges of the card. There's nothing worse than looking at a card and thinking, oh, hold on a minute, that's on about a 30-degree angle. So that's your basic background. And then if you die cut one of your beautiful houses, and then you can just pop out with a very small embossing tool or a pointy stick tool. Just pop these bits out. From the back. Put a little bit of glue on it. And place it in the middle of your circle. And then what you can do is, if you cut a house out from a different colour, like the green one here that I've cut out, as you see, I've saved all those tiny pieces. And let's just check the height of this one and the orientation. If you just put a little drop of glue in the hair, and you can fill in the gaps of your die cut with a different colour, so it creates like a 2 or 3 colour design. Just by filling it in. What you will find is it will get trickier as the pieces get smaller. And a tip for that, let me just put that yellow strip in there. And I've just got to find the green leaf because otherwise that's going to drive me out the wall because it's empty. I tend to use quite a thick PVA that's in a fine tip applicator, so that you can get a little bit of glue just in the right place. But something like the holes on here, they are tiny, so if you just put a tiny dab of glue in each hole, and it doesn't matter that you've done 5 all at once, because the glue will stay tacky for quite a while. And then you take a very small ball-ended embossing tool, put it in a bit of glue, just tap it on your hand so that it's not actually gluey, it's just tacky. And then what colour? Yellow. If you pick up one of these yellow cutouts with the end of the tool, oh, that way round, isn't it? You can just pop them in the holes. Let's grab the next one to fill in the colours of the holes. It is fiddly work. It's not the greatest work if you've got poor eyesight, but as long as you're sat there and you're not in a particular hurry, you've got all your pieces that you've cut out, and you haven't lost any bits on the floor, then you can do it, and it gives such a nice finish to these intricate dies. And I'll just complete this last row. And again, with the PVA, the glue dries clear, so even if when you push it down into the hole, you find a little bit squeezes up from the edges, it will dry clear, it won't notice. So I'm not going to fill in the rest of it because we don't have time today, but that's just a very quick card that you can make using the birdhouse die. But as I say, you've got this beautiful bird die, and I'm just going to show you some of the cards that you can see the full instructions for in the September issue of Craft Beautiful magazine. So we have this love card. I love the colours of this actually. This sort of dark coral colour is very popular at the minute. And you see what I mean by the folky design, because you've got the cutouts on the wings and the tail of the bird, which it's a very intricate pattern, and it's not really something you could easily achieve with a scalpel. Again, more birdhouses with a bit of baker's twine. You've got birdhouse and the bird in this card here. And this is on a almost like a variegated ombre card. And there's, I think on the table at the minute I'm looking, we've got about 14, 15 different cards that you can make with these two dies. As I say, full instructions are in the magazine, and that's out on sale on the 22nd of July. So grab yourself a copy of it, grab yourself your free metal thin dies, and have a great summer. Cheers.